Good morning, everybody. So it's Friday. It's pretty early. It's like, early by me getting up and moving around standards. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's probably about 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's kind of late for my giant hikes that I do. Kind of early to just go out and waste time, but I couldn't think of anything to do today. I didn't want to walk to the long public trail because I just so overdone. It's like the garbage isekais that start out with a character that's like level, his level's over 9,000 in episode 1. Yeah, I just gotta find something different. I came down to the smaller public trail, the one that's also like beating a dead freaking horse, but at least here I can pretty much decide to turn around at any point, and it makes no difference. Not really. Or if I keep going, I might go to that other trail I took and come out by that old burnt down church that we found and see where that road leads instead of going further up. That's kind of like the kind of plan. But if you haven't already noticed, I didn't bring my backpack, so I don't have anything like extra with me. I brought another bottle of water and an orange, shoved it in my cargo pants pocket. I'm wearing pants today, even though it's kind of against my general motif, general style of wearing pants. But I'm kind of tired of getting poison ivy already. Now, there's a deer. You probably can't see it. There's a deer. That's always a good sign, because that means there's probably no people ahead. So yeah. I couldn't decide where to go. I didn't want to hit the normal everyday public trail. It's too early to avoid all the railroad people. I don't want to go on the active train tracks because it's loud, and that's caused problems in the past that were unnecessary. And it's one of those things where, can't really beat them, can't really win the fight, so I'll live with one more restriction, right? What's one more restriction on a 100 restriction long list? So, I want to talk about the previous video a little bit. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I had kind of a game plan on what I wanted to say. Oh, there he goes. That's a little one. Must be this year or last year's. Now it's this year's. It's the baby. But, I didn't really have like a concrete plan of attack to what I wanted to say. I did want to make a couple side notes. One in which is, I know more people in the area know that I shoot YouTube videos now. So if those videos get back to bro beans, then you're gonna run right at me. You think that's a wise choice? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'd probably wanted to get back to its parents, but I'm in its way. I don't worry too much about that kind of stuff, but contrary to most beliefs, deer can be quite dangerous. Like, us as humans, we live a fairly sedimentary life with all the different advances and stuff. Those deer, they're running the hills all the time. That deer is probably 120 pounds, and it probably has more muscle than I do. So, I don't concern myself with it. I don't think it's a danger to me. But there is a real possibility of injury if you corner one. Anyways, so I know more people around here know that I'm shooting YouTube videos. I don't particularly care. Like I said, I didn't say anything that wasn't true, so, or that I don't remember to be fact. If any of these videos get back to the corresponding people that I'm talking about, well, one, if you're offended by what I say, you should reflect on your own life and figure out why I would say it, because you're usually not worth my time to even speak about. So, you know, if you look at that. Next is check your sources, you know. If things went the way I think they went, then more than likely you was lied to, or something was blown out of proportion. So check your sources. I'm not about to waste my time arguing with an old man. Thirdly, whenever I analyze a situation that happens to me, especially something between me and something I perceive as a acquaintance, friend, or a fixture in my life, I only take into account me, that person, and any direct vectors involved in the situation. In this case, his 20-year-old daughter. So the only thing that I was taking into consideration in my analysis was what happened with me, what happened with him, what happened with her, and what she may have said to him. That's all I took into consideration. It's like people that have weird occurrences happen to them, and they always try to rationalize it. That's what I do. Like, if you jump automatically to ghost, no one's gonna freaking believe you. So, as I wholeheartedly believe there is a outside influence on the negative things that happened in my life, and a metaphorical dark cloud that follows me around, I don't jump to that conclusion, because no one's gonna ever believe that. I mean, it's like screaming ghost. You ain't got no proof, you're never gonna get proof. So, whether there's an outside influence or not, it's good to keep it in the back of your mind, and it's good to try to think of what goal it might have, but I try to only keep in consideration the physical entities that present themselves directly to me and are directly involved, that I can prove are involved. So, me, dude, daughter, that's the end of the fight, as far as the conversation's concerned. I think that's all I wanted to say on the matter. I did want to clarify those things. Freaking bugs, man. Freaking bugs. I did want to clarify those things because sometimes I do get comments, and sometimes I say things that might be misconstrued as paranoid or insane. But I assure you, whenever a problem happens in my life, and I make an analysis of it, that is the last thing I think of. Because whether it's involved or not, whether my paranoia is true or falsified, without having proof, I might as well be screaming ghost. So, you get my point? What else is there? Well, it's 1 week to the yard sale. That might be interesting. I'm kind of waiting to see if dude or the neighbor I'm not too happy with shows up. Kind of interested to see if that happens. I don't think so. I really don't. But I am slightly interested. I mean, because then they'd be forcing an encounter on my land, but in their terms. And it might just be if that happens, it's either going to be an excuse to bring up an apology or an excuse to belittle me further. So I really don't think they'd waste their time. But in this place, apparently people have a lot of time to waste. So, oh, sorry guys, just keep having bugs everywhere. I'm pretty sure there's one like in my nose. Yeah, I don't think I'm going all the way to the church. I think I'll walk mostly to the end and then I'll double back. And that'll be the video. That way I get about a mile of exercise. I want to do more, but like I said, I'm sick of being bitten by bugs and poison ivy. Like, that's like the worst part about the outdoors. I can handle anything. I can handle poor smells, I can handle humidity, I can handle being tired or hungry. I can handle most sleep deprivation. But freaking bugs and itchiness and just the overall feeling of being unclean, just gross to me. Gross. Alright. Anyways, 1 week to the yard sale. That should be interesting. We'll kind of see how that plays out. Sorry, I gotta scrape the bugs out of my freaking mustache. Alright, I think it'll be interesting. I got rid of some of my better products. My nieces and nephews came over. My nephews and niece came over. So I ended up giving some of the stuff away. I was trying to give the one the mini skateboard, but he decided he wanted a small stuffed frog instead. Weird, but whatever. The tent's back. It was gone for a little bit. Let me go through and investigate, and we'll talk once I get past. I just looked inside. Like, the tent flap thingy is facing the outwards to the trail this time, so I could actually see inside. There's a bunch of stuff in there. No people around. I'm pretty sure I got a bug up my nose. I'm not even playing. Okay. I'm not sure how many of those clips I'm putting in. I definitely have or had a bug in my nose, and it is very irritating. So I gotta figure out a plan. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep coming out here because the bugs make it literally miserable. When I used to smoke, I'd just light up a cigarette and get a short break from them. But now that I don't smoke, I don't know what to do. And bug spray is kind of like a Band-Aid, and I hate the feeling of it. So I gotta think of something. And come out here wearing a freaking beekeeper suit, freaking hazmat gear. Not. See, when I was roughing it a bit, I learned a trick. We're gonna turn around, but when I was roughing it a bit, I learned a trick to like hang your clothes over a fire pit, and you get the smoke. The smoke gets all up in them. It'll keep the bugs away from you. But that's the same principle as the cigarettes. But I can't, like, I live in a house, so I can't really just smoke my clothes. So plus that smell gets on my allergies eventually. Anyways, I don't know. This is the second time that tent was here. And I don't believe it should be illegal. You should be allowed to camp anywhere there's, open area that isn't, like in the middle of a road or something. If you want to camp, you should be allowed to camp. But, I can't see the town letting it happen. Like, I just can't see it. Like, I would imagine, like, I just can't imagine that being a thing. My view is, if you're in the woods, you're on a trail, there's an open patch, you want to, camp. But I can't picture the town rules letting that go by. Last time, when the tent just up and disappeared, I had the idea that the person got arrested or relocated and somebody came to clean up the stuff. But now that it's back, just a little weird. I mean, why here? I mean, it's... For me, for instance, I don't have a car or a place I can really camp at. So if I were to camp, it would be at a place like this, I guess. But there's not a lot of people like me. There's a lot of people that have some level of connection, or don't even like camping at all. Okay, we're getting back up to it, so just in case if somebody pops out, I'm gonna go. So, yeah, I don't know. Nobody's there now. I could try to analyze that situation, but I don't know if I want to. It's just... I don't know. I don't like what my brain comes up with, so I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, moving on. What was I talking about? Yard sale? I got some good news, or some interesting news. I don't want to say good news, but interesting news. I think I'm going to wait till next video to talk about it, though. I'll leave this kind of a cliffhanger. I really can't tell you if it's a good or a bad thing. But it is something. It's something kind of big. But I can't tell you if it's good or bad at the moment. So if you have an angel and a demon on your shoulder like this here, like these folklore and mythology crap, you know, your little Jiminy Cricket whispering in your ear. Well, they're both screaming at me like, this is a bad idea, but it's an opportunity. And that's what my brain's saying too. It's like all three, it's like my own consciousness and these two metaphorical beings are all screaming in my head, you know, this is probably a bad idea, but it might be the only opportunity you get. So I'm gonna keep pursuing it. Nothing's set in stone yet. That's partially why I'm waiting to really talk about it. This has been in the making for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now. I didn't want to bring it up. I know, I run my mouth so much and I actually kept something a secret. Freaking miracle, right? But I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't think anything would come of it. But I figured, you know, after being disgusted and disappointed so many times in 1 week, something good has to happen, right? Like, I mean, cosmic energy has to balance out. If 12 fairly frivolous things go wrong, then something's got to go right? Like, it's got to balance eventually. If that's true, if I truly believe that, and that's true, that, you know, if bad things happen and good things have to balance it out, I wonder when my good balance is coming in, because when that happens, I mean, I might be elected president for all the bad that's happened. For how long bad has happened, and how much bad has happened, I might be like elected governor or something. A blue jay. I don't know how well you guys seen that, because for actual distance filming, this camera's kind of bad. Yeah, I mean, there was no plan to this episode. I mean, I just kind of wanted to talk. I've been kind of sitting around. It rained for most of the day yesterday. It rained for most of the day. My nephews and nieces came over for a little bit. It's just been... it's been kind of bad. And with it being Friday, there's going to be the bus schedule's going to be wonky, or there's going to be no buses for the next 2 days. So I'm not going to be able to really, go anywhere on a bus. I'll have to walk if I want to go anywhere. In which, I could have done this on Sunday because it's right here, but I honestly didn't know how far I was going to go. I let all the creepy crawlies freaking decide that. It's my thing, walking makes me happy. Walking in the woods makes me happy. Bugs ruin that happiness. So, I gotta figure out a way to stop the bugs to get back to having my only outlet of happiness, or my best outlet of happiness. And that's not an easy thing to deal with, because, basically, most bug sprays are temporary. Like, a bug spray, if I put it on and leave, and I don't take it with me, when I take like 5-hour hikes, there's a chance that it won't even last that long. So, or it might not work at all. On top of that, they run out, and as much as I hike, they probably run out pretty quick. And that's an added expense. So now I'm paying, $350 to take a bus trip somewhere and back. Unless I walk there, but $350 is a round trip bus trip. Then I'd probably be spending, another 50 cents per time on bug spray. And it's just like, it takes a hobby that's pretty inexpensive and makes it, more and more expensive. In which then I want to do it less and less. And then that counters, like, everything anyways. So, I'm just trying to, I don't know. I used to fish a lot. And those freaking weird bracelets, they were like 99 cents. But they said they kept bugs away. I thought they were a bunch of bull crap. But I had money at the time. And I hate bugs. So I bought like 2 or 3 of them. And I wore them, and they worked. Now I don't know where to find them. I mean, I'm sure I could get like souped up name brand versions on the internet or at like Gander Mountain or something, or whatever's around here. Bass Pro Shop. But they're probably not going to be $1. So that's something to think about. And I'm sure they don't last forever either. We'll see. I'll figure something out. Right now, it's like, yeah, it's irritating. Yeah, I have bug bites. Yeah, they're itchy. Yeah, they're annoying. But it's nothing I haven't dealt with my entire life. So it's just something that makes something that I enjoy less enjoyable. So, yeah. I kind of just wanted to... I needed to get some air. I needed to get out. I needed to do something besides playing that stupid server or scouring YouTube for anything that's even remotely passable for content. Because, God, that's getting worse and worse. Scrapping Adventure. He's not an American. He's some sort of foreign. I think he's European, to be honest. Or British. Nah, probably not. Aussie, maybe? I don't know. I don't care. Doesn't matter. He's Scrapping Adventure. He does Scrapping Adventures. He reminds me a little of me, except he does a lot more scrapping and a lot less belly aching about BS. So if you're interested in scrapping, that would probably be a good way to go. He only has he has way more subscribers than me, but he's not like these try-hard people that have like 10 million subscribers or whatever. He has like a normal person amount of subscribers, so I wanted to kind of like promote him because, I prefer normal people to people that somehow trick the algorithm to get, millions of people to follow them. Because, tell you right now, I follow a couple people that have millions of subscribers, and other than the fact that subscribing is free, they're not worth it. Like, I don't see what everyone sees in them. But I guess, you know, that's just me. Now, I don't want to be bashing on YouTubers, and I already got to piece this together because of the stupid bug infiltrating my orifices. Ugh. God, I probably look like I have like freaking Tourette's or something. But the stupid bugs and all that, and the camping gear, I had to stop the video to make sure that I wasn't gonna like run into people. I'm gonna go now. This will probably be about 25 minutes or so. There were some things in here that were completely pointless. There's some things that I kind of felt that I should state. I should make apparent, just in case. Just in case if any of this becomes public and people actually do see it. But I gotta go.